Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. For the post lunch session, we have planned for the introduction to Linux commands and the open form file folder structure for you guys. So, this will be about 45 minutes to an hour, uh, where Ashley or Divyesh or maybe both of them would be talking to you about the Linux commands, the basic Linux commands that you would need to know, and also about how the open form file folder structure works. Post that, we will start with our spoken tutorials from on setting up and running a test case. During that time, we will check back to see if more people need help with installation. And if there are still people who are struggling to have OpenFOAM installed or running, then we will probably break out into groups where some of them who need help can go into another session. That way, we won't slow down people who already have it installed. And I think most of them have successfully installed OpenFOAM, so that's a good thing. So we can get them started off with the spoken tutorials. Just take a moment to thank our TAs, I think Mr. Shubham Kantas and Mr. Nikhil, who joined us today to help out with the installation. Thank you, guys. We may need some more of your help. Ashley, you may want to share your screen, which talks about the Linux commands, just so people know what to expect.
Right. So Divyesh will be doing this session.
Okay, okay. I think we can get started, Divyesh. It's 1:10, and we have about 110 people who have already joined back after lunch. So that way we can pace it well. And once we are through with the session, like I mentioned before, we will once again see how many people would need help with installation and take a call accordingly. So Divyesh is a research associate with the FOSSI CFD team. He has been a FOSSI fellow, summer fellow, and he's been associated with FOSSI for quite some time now. Very capable person. So with that, I leave it over to him to take over the session and talk about the folder structure, the Linux commands, everything that you would need to know to get started with OpenFOAM. Over to you, Divesh.
Thanks. We understand that you are very new to the interface of Ubuntu and all the commands that you are using right now. You are facing quite a difficulty while installing the OpenFOAM itself, Ubuntu itself. So, during the installation, you found that there are commands, and you first have to take care of. Uh, you are typing a correct command. So there are some case sensitive words, there are some space sensitive commands. So we'll go through all of that. So first, in this session we'll discuss these 4 points. First, we'll see whether our installation is done. So we'll check OpenFOAM installation in our system. Then we will go through few basic, a very basic Linux command, how to copy, how to paste, how to rename a directory. So those kind of things we'll do in this session. Later, we'll go into the OpenFOAM part. So in the OpenFOAM, when we start with CFD, as Professor Janani explained in the morning session, there are few steps, right? So first you start with setting up a geometry, then you mesh it, you discretize it, then you solve it, you set up the parameters, you set up the boundary condition. So how all those things are located, we'll see in that point, the file structure of OpenFOAM. Later, we will go through a demo session. In that, we'll set up a case, we'll run it, and we'll see in the paraview what's CFD do when we run a case. So that's the agenda of this session. Okay, so before we start, as I was telling you, Linux and OpenFOAM commands are case sensitive as well as space sensitive. So if you are adding extra space or you are missing some space, that could be a problem. Your command case is or letter should be in a proper case, so that could be a problem if you are getting any error. So before you reach to us, just check that whether your command is okay or not. So that is the first step you should do if you are getting the error. All right, so let us check whether our OpenFOAM installation is done or not. So we'll type this command foam version, and that will give us the version, which OpenFOAM version I have installed. So let me open up my terminal. So first step is how to open a terminal. So you have already installed and you know it. You can either press Control, Alt and T keys together. Right, so from here you can open the terminal, or if I close it and I'll type Control Alt T keys together, that will open the terminal. So this is my terminal. Your terminal will look same, but here your name will be different, whatever username you have given. Right, so now I'll type the command foam version. So this is the command foam version. Now you see F is small, foam is small, V is capital of the version, rest is small. Now if I hit enter, it gives me that you have installed OpenFOAM 7. So if you have installed OpenFOAM 5, 6, 7 or 8, either one is fine, but below 5 is not okay. You will have to switch to any other version, 6, 5, 6, 7 or 8. If it is showing that OpenFOAM 2012 or 1812, then it's also a problem. You'll have to switch to OpenFOAM 7. You'll again have to go to the document that we have already shared. On the first page, we have given the set of commands. Go through that, read it out, and you will get this OpenFOAM version 7 installed. So that is the first step that we need to do here. So I request all of you, I'll give you a couple of minutes, let's say 2 minutes. Go through this command and check if it is not showing you correctly, then you go through the instruction sheet again and install right OpenFOAM version.
Again, please make sure that your foam version V is in capital and all the rest is in small.
All right, so I don't think this will take too much time. Hope you have already figured that which version you have installed. I think we can continue with next step. So we have a basic Linux command. So first command is ls. Now what this command does is it will list out the directory. Now if I open my terminal again, so here you are not able to see anything in the blue lines or blue text. Now if I hit ls and press enter, this will list out whatever we have in my home folder. So currently I am in my home folder, and it lists out that which folders I have or which files I have in that folder. So that's first step. So for example, I have desktop, I have downloads, I have documents, I have music, I have OpenFOAM, I have pictures. So this folders I have. So that's basically the first step you can do to check what files I have in my folder. So currently I have these files, and if I want to do anything with this file, for example, I want to remove it, I want to rename it, I can do that. So that's the first thing. That's ls. Now second command is changing the directory. Now what's the changing the directory? Let's say for this currently I have this folders here in my home directory. Now I want to go into my let's say downloads directory. So how to do that? Now let me show you how we can do that. So type cd, which is changing the directory, then space and type downloads. Again, this is a case sensitive terminal, so you'll have to make sure that D is capital, O, W, rest is small, so that you'll have to check. After that, I can hit enter. So now, as you can see, before it was not showing the downloads, but now it is showing the downloads. Now again, let me see what's in the downloads. So to do so, I'll type ls again, this command that I typed before. So yeah, it shows that I have just one file, which is manual for OpenFOAM installation .pdf file. I don't have anything else in my downloads folder. So that's cd command. Again, cd command will let you go into any folder, but not the directory. Now, if I type cd space manual for OpenFOAM, that won't work. The reason is this is an PDF file. So file won't, you can't go into the file using cd command. You can just navigate to the folder. Now, question arises here, why now I want to go into my documents folder. How can I go into that folder? So first I'll go into my, I'll go to back, right? In the home folder. So in any folder you have already navigate to, and you want to go back, just type cd space double dot. That will let you go into the previous directory. So as you can see, downloads is gone here, and I am in my home directory again. Now if I type ls, I'm again in my home directory. So meanwhile, if you want to do this, you can try it out. I'll wait for a couple of minutes, let's say 1 or 2 minutes. Just try out ls and cd commands.
Sir,
Yes.
you just told us how to check this OpenFOAM version. So I did the same foam version in same, format. But it's saying that foam version command not found.
Right. So I guess you haven't installed correctly the OpenFOAM.
Sir, even I am facing the same problem, sir. Like I went and checked in that folders also. OpenFOAM 8 and ParaView 5.6 are installed only, but I'm not able to.
Okay. If you are, if it is showing that command not found, there is one more way you can try out. Just type simple foam space hyphen help. That will also list out few things, and it will give you the
Yeah, even I tried this also, but it's showing some something else. It was showing like sudo sud was sudo apt installation OpenFOAM, something like that. Install OpenFOAM, something like it's showing.
okay. So probably you haven't installed OpenFOAM correctly in your system. After
I'm
this,
getting OpenFOAM 4.0, sir. In this, like when I type simple form help, I'm able to get everything the same, but using it is showing OpenFOAM 4.0.
okay. Ashley, can we continue with OpenFOAM version 7 or 4, or
4, I mean, all the folders and everything will be in different location. Right? Block mesh. I don't think so. How did you install OpenFOAM 4?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just followed the instructions. I don't know where I clicked that OpenFOAM, like D8 only, version 8 only I pressed. But I don't know what's the problem. I'm just getting OpenFOAM 4.0.
Okay. Did you install did you try to install OpenFOAM before this workshop? Was it your first time this time?
First time.
Okay. I think you might have typed the root command somewhere. So yeah, we'll help you with the installation like after this demo. We can help you.
Yes, sir. Even many in the chat box are saying like version 4.0 is installed or something.
Okay.
Just please look into that also. Sir.
Right.
So
Okay.
I think what we'll do is let's get through the session on the basic commands. So at least you can all become familiar with these. And then, like Ashley said, we'll have another session maybe quickly to see how we can resolve issues.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
So I think can we give a quick message that whether we have tried this ls and cd command in the chat window? Just quick yes or no.
Yeah, it is working fine.
Okay.
Working, sir.
Okay, so we can continue. Next command is mkdir command. So now this command is for making a directory. For example, I already have a few downloads and documents and all these directories I have in my folder. As I was saying, next command is mkdir command. So mkdir command creates a directory. So for now I have documents, downloads, music, OpenFOAM, picture, public, this all directories I have. And other than that, I want to create one more directory. So how can I do that? So using this command mkdir, I'll type this command, all is small, then I'll go with space, then I'll type fossee. So by hitting enter, I'll be able to create a command. You will not get any message that this directory has been created, but yeah, it's there. Now how to check that? Again, type ls, and as you can see, fossee is here. Previously, this folder was not there. Now it's here. So same way you can create a directory in any folder. So for example, now I have created this fossee directory in my home directory. I want to create it in my downloads directory. So first I'll go to this cd space downloads. I'm in my download folder. Again, I'll type ls. There is only one PDF that I had downloaded before. Now I'll make a directory mkdir space. Let us name it spoken and hit enter. Again, there is no message, but to check, I can also type ls. And other than this PDF, I have spoken directory. So that directory, that way we can create directory with any name. So that was the mkdir command. And after that we have cp command. Now sometimes we will copy a lot of things from OpenFOAM pre-installation directory to our home directory, and we'll work on that. So you don't want to spoil your installation files, so you copy from that installation file, make a copy of it, and then you work on that copied directory. So that will do. So here currently I'm in my downloads folder, as you can see. Let's say I want to copy this spoken directory, and I want to copy it into my let's say documents, or let's say in my fossee directory that I have just created. So how will I do that? Let me show you. I'll type cp space -r, then I'll give a space, then I'll type name of the directory that I want to copy, spoken, then I'll give a space. Now I'm in my downloads folder right now, so I'll say that just go back by typing double dot, and slash, then the name of the directory, which is fossee, and again a slash. So what I'm saying here is copy a directory, cp space -r, copy a directory which is spoken. So spoken, where you want to copy, go back one step. So I'll go into my this home directory. There you will see a fossee directory. In that fossee, you just paste it. By hitting enter, it will not give you any message, but yeah, it's copied. Now again, let us check. So I'll go one step back. I'll go into my fossee directory, enter, and if I type ls, you will be able to see spoken. So that's our mkdir from where we have started to copying that we have entered. So why don't you try this mkdir command and a copy command in your terminal? So I'll give you 2-3 minutes for that, for this copying a command. Just create 1 or 2 directories, trying to copy into different folders, and just check how it is working.
So this commands can be tried for people who haven't installed OpenFOAM yet as well. So if you just have Ubuntu, VirtualBox or WSL or the dual boot, in any of the versions, you can try these commands.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, we are use the cp command for the copy cases. Why we are use the space -r?
So copy command works
For copy.
right, but here -r is for the directory that you are copying. For example, if you are copying this PDF file, right?
Yes, sir.
So for file, you don't need to use this command. Without this -r, it will work. But for directories, you'll have to type this -r. So that's the only difference why we are typing this -r. It is just saying that it's a directory, that's all, and not a file.
If it is a file,
then you can ignore this -r. You can just type cp space name of the source file and where you want to paste it. So
Thank you,
basically what it is doing is when we say -r, it is saying that copy everything from this folder. For example, if it the spoken folder has some other directories, for example, few more files it has, it will copy everything and paste into here in this destination
Yes, sir.
folder. Yeah, that's why we used -r.
Thank you, sir.
So can we continue with next step?
Yeah. Divyesh, I just have one doubt. It is working fine for me, CP command. I mean, so maybe in this session, if you can tell what is the equivalent C drive here, and where is this OpenFOAM installed? Because fortunately, I didn't get so many problems. So I didn't gain much knowledge on where the installation folder of OpenFOAM is there, like C drive in Windows. Thank you.
Installation folder, right? So that I think I'll cover later in this presentation. Just wait for a few more slides.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So next is we are done with copying and navigating the commands and directories and all those stuffs. We are already done with that. Now we'll go with the structure. So as I was saying, we don't want to spoil our installation directories. So what we'll do is we'll make a folder named run. So this run folder will be in our home directory. So as you can see here in my home, there is my username, then there will be a open form, then there will be a again the username, then version name of my open form, then there will be a run folder. So this path will create, and this is a really huge path, right? So we don't want to type every time this path. So there is a short form of this path which is $form_run. So when we type this command, type this $form_run, it will automatically understand that you are saying about this path. So that's one thing. Second thing is tutorials. So when I'll say that tutorials, this means here is pre-existing OpenFOAM case file. Now, what's pre-existing OpenFOAM case file? That's when we install OpenFOAM. OpenFOAM says that don't start with scratch. Copy a base tutorial, a base case, and you start modifying from that tutorial. So that here you can see in my OPT
Sir,
folder.
hello. Sir, how to create that RON folder?
Yeah,
Because in my path it is up to no such file or directory is showing. It's up to Soumya7, my username ID. After that, that RON folder is not there.
yeah, I'll explain how to create the folder and everything. For now, just I'm explaining what are the shortcuts and everything. Yeah, I'll get back to that. So here, as I was saying, for the tutorials, I have this path, OPT, Form 7 and tutorials. Now, one student was asking that where is the OpenFOAM installation? So in this OPT folder, there you will be able to see this OpenFOAM 7, and inside that all the installation files and directory will be available. So under that there is one directory which is tutorials. So that is our tutorials directory from where we'll copy the case files. So these are just two shortcuts that you will have to understand, that we have $form_run and $form_tutorials. Now, how to create the run directory? So to create a run directory, I'll type this command mkdir-p space $form_run. Okay, let me first try to clear the terminal. Now, okay, I'll type mkdir space -p space $. Now everything will be in capital, form_run. By hitting enter, it will automatically create the path that I was showing you. So it will create the run directory. Now if I type cd space $form_run, I'm in my run directory. As I was saying, this is my home, then there is OpenFOAM, then there is Divyesh7, that's your username that you have given, and then there will be a run. So that way you can create a run directory and you can navigate to the run directory. So here I want to mention that these two commands will work just to those people who have successfully installed the OpenFOAM. Those who haven't installed, just watch it. When you will be able to install, you can go through these commands. So I urge everyone to.
Hello, sir. That 4G is not coming in my terminal. So it's my username, then VirtualBox, then I can type.
Yeah, right. So at that time I was in my FOSSEE folder. Yeah, but you can.
If I am typing mkdir, that -p and form run, now nothing is coming. This only that folder is.
Right.
Okay.
So you have,
no, it's okay. Okay.
So you are able to go into your form run directory, right? By typing this command.
Mkdir form run, then nothing is happening.
Yeah, nothing will happen. So right after that, you will have to type this command.
cd
space $form_run, okay. And that will take you to this this directory.
Dipesh,
Yes.
while creating this form run, why did you use this -p with mkdir?
Do you want me to show the command?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so can I not create a directory without this -p, only with mkdir?
No, the reason here is there are lots of other directories involved in here. That's why we are saying that -p makes all the parent directory related to this folder. So -p is necessary for this time. Otherwise, it is not necessary. To create this run directory, yeah, you'll have to type this command.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so let's continue. Now, as I was saying, we will be able to go into our run directory. Now, how OpenFOAM works, how we'll use the OpenFOAM. So as I was saying, there are pre-existing tutorials available. When we say tutorials, it's a case files, case folder. So when we type $form tutorials, $form_tutorials, it will go, will go into this folder. So in this folder, tutorials, there will be incompressible, compressible, multi-phase, heat transfer, and so on. There are lots of tutorials available. So these are just the categories or features we have available. So for these 2 days, we will use this incompressible folders, incompressible category case files. So we'll go into that. We'll copy from these two folders, icoform and simpleform. So for now, just understand that there are folders available. What are those that we'll cover during the sessions? So in that icoform, you'll see different case files. Now, in the tutorials, we have different categories. Inside that different categories, we have solvers available. So this simpleform, icoform, those are solvers. They have different definitions and different uses. And inside that, we have different case available. So for example, here elbow and cavity, 2 case available. Inside that cavity, we have 3 more cases: cavity clipped, cavity graded, and normal cavity. So we'll go into tutorial, incompressible, icoform, cavity, and then again cavity. So that in our first spoken tutorial, we will do that. We will copy cp space -r. We'll go into the form_tutorials, then incompressible, icoform, cavity, and then we'll copy into our run directory. So here, don't miss the dot after space. So this is a big command. So I request you to carefully look at it during the session and type it carefully. If there is any error, just check the command. So let me do that. Currently I am in my run directory. So let us stay in the run directory. I'll type this command: cp space -r $form_tutorials /incompressible /icoform /cavity, then give a space and dot. Now if I hit enter, it will not show me anything, but if I type ls, I'll be able to see my cavity folder. So you won't see this this folder, just check for this. This cavity folder will be created.
Divyesh, but you have not created mkdirp foam tutorials, na? How it is working? Because should we create foam tutorials mkdir directory, or is it already available as a standard environment variable kind of thing?
Right. So as I was saying in this slide,
Yes.
so we have already this tutorials available, and this short path is already there.
Okay, so
Installation,
this is
yeah.
a predefined short path.
Right.
Okay.
So you don't need to create form tutorials. It will automatically come.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
So you can try that command, cp command, and copy a tutorial case which is cavity into your run directory.
When I run this command, so cavity pits daily. This folder I have got. In your case, it is miss. So
Sorry.
I have got in like tutorial incompressible /icofoam. So means in cavity folder there is the pits daily name file is available.
Yeah, right. So as I was saying, there are lots of files available in this folder also, in icofoam also. So you will have to copy, you'll have to type this command as well, this part as well. Cavity, then slash cavity.
Yeah, I have done the same. I have typed the same command, the cavity _ cavity. Then dot is also there. The pits daily instead of misc, there is a pits daily.
Right.
So is there any issue?
No. Just let it be. Your focus is just this
Okay.
cavity.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So that was the copying the commands, copying a case file. We have copied the case file. Now we'll go into that folder, cd space cavity. So I'll type cd space cavity. I'll go into that folder directory. I can type ls, and as you can see, there are 3 folders available: 0, constant, and system. Now, what are the significance of all these folders? That I can show from this chart. So there are 3 folders: 0, constant, system. So inside the system folder, I'll start from system. Inside the system folder, there are few dicts available. So this dict is dictionary. So here blockmesh dict is blockmesh dictionary, control dict is control dictionary. Then we have schemes, we have solution file. So these all files are available in system folder. So we will execute those files. Other than that, we have a constant folder where we set up some constant physical properties, for example, viscosity, turbulence model, those kind of things we'll set up in this folder. Then we have 0 folder. Now this 0 folder, if we just want to do a mesh, we don't need 0 folder, but to run a simulation, we need to define some forces, some boundary condition. So that will define into 0 folder. For example, I have here U and P. U means velocity, P means pressure. Velocity I'll define that I have a fluid. Yeah, so as I was saying, I have in my 0 folder 2 files are there: velocity, pressure. Now these files I don't need if I just want to do a mesh, but to run a simulation and see the flow, I have to define some flow velocity, some pressure boundary condition, those kind of things I'll have to define. So we'll define those in this 0 folder. So that's the file structure basically. And how to open all these files. So to open the file, we have this command gedit space system \blockmesh. So let me open it. Currently I am in my cavity folder. Now let me try this command gedit, then give a space, then system, then block mesh ticked. Now if I hit enter, it opens a new window in which I have a couple of lines here, codes available here. So this is a basically a mesh and geometry data that it stores, the block mesh tick file. So we'll understand this in a spoken tutorial. For now, I'm closing it. Same way you can open any files that I just showed you. And to run this command, I'll go through these 3 simple commands: block mesh, which meshes the block. Then I'll type icofoam, which is, if you remember, I have copied from the icofoam folder. So I'll type icofoam and it will execute the simulation and it will give me the results. Now to view the results, I'll type this command parafoam and it will open a new window where I can see the results and I can do some post processing as well. Okay, so let us try all these commands, all these 3 commands. First, let us go with block mesh. Hit enter. And that creates my geometry and mesh. Now let me try icofoam. Again, ico is small, f is capital. That should be noted here. I'll type enter and it executed the command. So there are lots of lines for time. Few times we have few results. So that results will be available. Now, how to see the results? I have already done the simulation. I have already ran the simulation. I want to see the result. So to do so, I'll type para capital F foam. Now, when I'll hit enter, it will take some time to open the ParaView window, but this window will appear in your system. Click on apply button here and you can see a cavity. So this is a basic 2D case that we will discuss what is the case and everything later. But for now, let us just see how to see the results in ParaView. So here I have my geometry. I can rotate it. I can see however I want to see. And I'll go into this VTK block color. Click on it. Then you can see pressure and velocity files available. I'll click into velocity file. And here I have velocity, some velocity at top and nothing at 0. Now currently I am in my 0 folder, so there is nothing flow. But if I click on this play button, this will play the simulation. Now this simulation is very short, but yes, the results are here, a very famous lid driven cavity case. Now to see the pressure, again I'll click on this velocity and check this pressure. And I can see the pressure difference at two end of the cavity. So this is basically the how you can start simulating the case file, how you can navigate through the commands and directories, how you can get familiar
Excuse me, sir.
few
Sir,
commands.
please repeat this one. We did not find out how to draw that cavity.
All right.
So
So as I was saying, after running this block mesh and icofoam command, type parafoam and a window will appear, this window. Click on apply button and you will be able to see this kind of geometry. From here you can click on this velocity or pressure, whatever you want to see. And currently I am in my 0 time folder. Now if I click on play button, it will give me results at 0.5 time step. So that is the end result I want to see. And if you are following CFT already, you know a very famous case, a lid driven cavity case. So this is that case, a very standard case. We'll discuss this in the spoken tutorial and in this session as well. So for now, I request all of you to open your spoken tutorial link that we have given you. And in the morning session, Professor Kannan Modgalia already explained how to open this file. So in that you will be able to see this different case, and after overview and installing OpenFOAM in Ubuntu Linux, you have this tutorial which is setting up a test case in OpenFOAM. Click on it and play it. So what I have already shown you is already available inside this tutorial. Just follow that tutorial, and meanwhile we will start debugging the installation query of some of the students.
And with that, we proceed to the spoken tutorial session. Thank you all.